Elon hates Apple now that his precious Twitter has been removed from their app store. This guy is having a meltdown of epic proportions. Everything on white people Twitter is Elon Musk, and yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but you know, I can also grab the popcorn. Either way, it's fine by me. Elon Musk is using old anti-Semitic tropes to attack a Jewish Ukrainian-American veteran, and he wonders why advertisers don't stay on his platform. Apple takes a 30% tax from app developers who make over $1 million through the App Store on an annual basis. Apple's App Store is the equivalent to a 30% tax on the Internet. Did you know Apple puts a secret 30% tax on everything you buy through their App Store? That's funny. Now pay 30% to use their platform. Well, he did say now pay your $8. I think the people who work at Apple are a bit smarter than this guy, so. Imagine being the richest man who delights in unleashing hate speech. Holy fucking shit, the richest man on the planet is melting straight the fuck down and throwing a shit fit for the ages because no one wants to advertise on the hell site that he personally wrecked, and he just doesn't get why. And wait, let me microwave some popcorn. Apple choosing whether or not to advertise on a platform that peddles misinformation disguised as free speech is Apple exercising free speech. No, disinformation. Let's get that straight. Misinformation is when you mistakenly believe something is true and it isn't. Disinformation is when you know it's not true, or it's been proven time and time again that it isn't true, but you keep repeating it ad nauseum. As Bill Maher once said, these are known as zombie lies, lies that just won't die. Stop saying misinformation. It's disinformation. People are being willfully ignorant. They don't want to see certain people as human beings. They don't want to give a fuck about anybody but themselves. And their sycophants and the people they are sycophantic toward, their own money, their own power, their own influence, that's all they care about. It's disinformation. This white supremacy, anti-LGBTQ bullshit, they're zombie lies. It's all provably untrue. Apple has mostly stopped advertising on Twitter. Do they hate free speech in America? Tweeted from his iPhone. Of course he'd have an iPhone. Secret 30% tax. I think everybody knows by now that Apple grossly overinflates their product prices. Yeah, he is. T-Drict is right. He's melting straight the fuck down. They have removed Twitter from the App Store, and they're pulling all advertising from Twitter, which, of course, is telling that he's, melting the fuck down because Apple is worth a lot of money in advertising. It's worth a lot in app downloads and all the other crap they have influence on when it comes to your own site, your own products, whatever. 30% secret tax. Now pay 30%, Elon. Twitter is going straight to hell because of him and what he does. Apple is at least pulling out because they know what he stands for. They know what he's peddling on Twitter. It's just not good for business. They know better than he does. You know, you can't be seen advertising or having anything to do with somebody that peddles hate speech. 97.5% of Apple's donations are to the Democratic Party. Twitter allowing free speech is against party interests, so Apple must play the role of enforcer. No, Apple is playing the role for Apple. Interesting. It's actually refreshing that they do donations to the Democratic Party. It beats all of these fucking companies giving all of their donations to the Republican Party. A lot of businesses that probably still advertise right on Twitter. You aren't saying anything about who they're donating to. Why might that be? Apple has threatened to withhold Twitter from its App Store, but won't tell us why. You know why. Apple doesn't support free speech. No, Apple is supporting Apple's interests. They have to give you money, another private business, if they support free speech. I thought free speech was from you, regardless of who's advertising. Elon props up dudes that advocate for LGBTQ people, LGBTQ genocide. Also, Elon, why does Apple hate free speech? Twitter for iPhone. Yes, we've all seen it. Is this really a fight you want to pick? An awful lot of your Tesla customers use iOS to access their cars. If the app gets pulled, it'll significantly impact your ability to sell to Apple customers. Cards are way less convenient than BT entry. That would be your problem, wouldn't it, Elon? Apple choosing where they do and don't want to advertise is free speech. Why do you hate the free market? Exactly. What's the point of a country if it doesn't provide for us? We need better wages, paid parental leave, a life outside of work. And we deserve a country that will freely educate and retrain us as our world evolves. Some people don't want the world to evolve. Some people are not progressive. Some people are regressive. How Elon Musk thinks conversation should go. I know we have our differences, but I still think we can have a productive dialogue. I want to kill you and people like you, and I work every day to make that dream a reality. Interesting. Tell me more. God, a lot of reposts. A lot of reposts. Twitter is owned by a Republican. Fox is owned by a Republican. CNN, OANN, Parler, Republicans. Newsmax, Daily Wire, Republicans. Liberal media is a Republican myth. We all know this. Kitty with the tinfoil hat. Kitty with a tinfoil hat. Being trans right now is so terrifying. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, no kidding. Just a note to encourage people of different political or other views to engage in civil debate on Twitter. Worst case, the other side has a slightly better understanding of your views. After I bought my check mark, people just make fun of me now. I wonder if policymakers, to policymakers and pundits, I wonder if policymakers and pundits will ever give a shit about the health, happiness, or safety of trans people, or if our story will always be about the ways we make them uncomfortable or the imaginary harms we could hypothetically cause by virtue of our very existence. We're so sorry because we got called out on this. Yeah. See, that's what businesses do when they enrage the majority. That's what businesses are supposed to do when they enrage the public. They change things. They apologize for their mistakes. Elon Musk isn't one of these right-wing hate merchants trying to cash in by getting dumb yokels wound up with ridiculous and dangerous ideas about politics and society. He is literally just one of the dumb yokels who got wound up. I mean, seriously, how hard is it to denounce dining with a white nationalist and anti-Semite? This is just crazy. And Reddit sucks. I hit refresh, it goes back to the top of the page. A completely different page that I was refreshing. Well, he's probably all over Facepalm too right now. Ugh. Stop licking your fingers to count money. Ugh. My laptop was murdered by a single grain of Chipotle brown rice that got closed in the screen. I thought rice was supposed to fix electronics. The world's richest crybaby. Kyle Rittenhouse said, if the world hates you, keep in mind it hated me first. John 15:18. All the harassment I receive makes me wonder if it would be easier to stay quiet about my values and beliefs. But then I remember God sent his son Jesus, who experienced the hatred of the world first. Where's that photo of him fake crying on the stand? Because, that would be the perfect retort to this. Comparing yourself to Jesus is the chef's kiss. He's running a grifting campaign. The main link in his bio to some GoFundMe type of site. His target audience are the same people that give to TV preachers, so he's selling the Christian sob story pretty hard right now. Idiots have already given this moron $18K, so it appears to be working. Rittenhouse didn't cross state lines with his rifle to be a good Samaritan. He was on a hunting trip for the libs. Conflating gun worship with actual religion, which is sadly how the hardcore right sees themselves. People don't know how to quit while they're ahead. If this dude just shut the fuck up after completely embarrassing the U.S. media, it would have been much more impactful. Now he just reminds me of how stupid someone has to be to take a gun to a riot. Someone comparing themselves to Jesus is the level of delusion these gun worshippers are under. Kyle is the embodiment of hardcore gun culture and the associated zealots, in my opinion. Savior complex, vigilante fantasy thinks they need to constantly download their beliefs into others' brains, and racist. They want to kill anyone they disagree with, but have it justified as virtuous. They're the good guys, the protagonists. Those other people are evil NPCs. Jesus came down, murdered a couple people, and praised race purity and the right to bear weapons. He was then put to shame online for being a vile human and went, "Haters gonna hate, I'm the special one." His following of old white hillbillies and millionaires with a hatred for anyone other than themselves stood up and clapped. Which village was it that Jesus entered to gun people down? Jesus didn't shoot anyone, little man. The next verse actually reads, "If you were of the world would love its own. But because you are not of the world, but I choose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you." So yeah, Kyle. And Jesus was killed by the government. There's a verse in the Bible about trading your cloak for a sword, so... I don't want Bible verses here. Someone tell him he's never too old to be held upside down and shaken for his milk money. And that right there is why, no matter how bad Democrats get, I would never vote Republican. They will justify any asshole in their ranks with religious beliefs. His morals were not the same morals he used when sucker punching a girl on video. Were they the same morals he used a week before he killed 2 people, stating he wished he could shoot protesters? Come on, you hurt his feelings. Look how sad he is now. There you go. Oh, hey, Fuzz. What are you doing here? Nothing says Christian like murdering people and getting away with it. Pig-faced asshole got away with murdering someone on camera. Justice failed, so where's the karma? I don't know. If he wants to be Jesus so bad, why doesn't someone nail him to a cross? Remember in the Bible when Jesus shot all those Romans and cried like a bitch at his trial? He can't be this delusional, seriously. Why not? He got away with murder. What is this shit? Kyle knew they were bad before he shot them all. He could have been seriously injured or killed by the plastic bag flying at him, and he had no choice but to return automatic gunfire to protect himself from the situation he put himself in. So you illegally take a gun across state lines, something you had no business doing. What's the too long didn't read on why people are harassing this man? You don't fucking even know who he is? Okay, I'm done here. How do you do, fellow kids? Okay. What's this? Trying to gatekeep being trans? Oh, okay. Give it up. It's over with this Carrie Lake bullshit. Wait a minute. What is this? Okay. Ugh. Electric liquid vid. What are you talking about? Probably a little swastika behind that little gun. I'm not voting for Trump because he's a skilled communicator or a selfless humanitarian. I'm voting for him because he hates the same people I do. Yeah, of course. Your potential new RNC chair, mine Pilla. When you drive past a house flying the Confederate flag. You know, 'tis the season for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. MAGAs, when they learn January 6th committee will be releasing all evidence to the public any day now. Okay. Every big city heroine in a Hallmark Christmas movie needs to ask where that small town guy was on January 6th, 2021. Okay. Tweet comparing himself to Jesus, murder someone, Kyle Rittenhouse, when met with confrontation. Because of the Democrats' soft on crime woke policies, I want a real gun. It was the classic Big Brother gun block. You're not a well-regulated militia. Texan Republicans demonstrating their freedom to freeze every winter. Oh, okay, I didn't see that one. I'm enjoying these memes too much. They're hilarious. But I was told they were the Beatles. You mean to tell me that you're against Nazis, but ignore that Trump hosted one on Thanksgiving? Shower, rinse, repeat. Please wash hands of responsibility from mass shootings. Leftovers again. Using a cheeseburger to one's tactical advantage. Jack Smith special counsel. The Hunter Biden's laptop people are now telling us we can't hold the activities of Clarence Thomas's wife against him. No, I believe the law is your spouse cannot be forced to testify against you. It wouldn't matter in this case because we have the goods on his wife. She should be put away. Meet the new speaker. One of us needs to unclench. Looks the same to me too. The Taliban and your average white Christian Republican family. It's the same picture. Yep. GOP is a genius. They found the cause of inflation. Price tags plugged into Hunter Biden's laptop. What a lot of people don't understand is that the cost of insulin
for people with insurance is anywhere from $330 to $1,000 a month. Imagine the cost for those without. Then imagine a bill is presented to cap it at $35. Now imagine voting no on it. Republicans. Perfect. The days of all you can eat buffalo wings are over thanks to Biden's anti-alpha male. No, they're over for you because you've already been dissed multiple times by hot Hooters girls online. Your fat ass is too ashamed to walk into a Hooters. America First Christmas carolers coming to a town near you. Tired of all the winning yet? Oh, the GOP on Santa's lap. I've got a list of things I don't want others to have. That's really, really smart. You'll never understand how fucking hard it was to dodge the draft 5 times. Ew. Educating children about trans people. Educating children about trans people. Grooming children. Ew. Salacious photos of Mitch McConnell at a European sex club found after constituent tells him to go fuck himself. Oh my God. I wish that were shopped a little better. I would have loved to see a perfect blend in colors and texture for Mitch McConnell's head on the turtle's neck. Okay, I'm taking a break. Enjoy Mitch McConnell as a turtle. Alrighty then. Marshall Walker, police commissioner. Marshall Walker for senator. Trump and West, dinner with bigots. From the people who brought you January 6th. If Trump is arrested, we'll overthrow the government. The fuck you will. Meal Team 6. Want to check out Public Freakout. You're aggravating. Your dogs are... Entitled woman leaves crap on the beach and goes after kid when he tells her to clean up after herself. The classic, I'm in the wrong, but I'll pick on the actions of the person who calls me out on my bullshit. No mirror. Fuck that. Reddit sucks when it comes to these videos. Ew. Oh, I want to see this. Team USA's Tyler Adams with a classy response to trap question from hostile Iranian reporter.
You say you support the Iranian people, but you're pronouncing our country's name wrong. Our country is named Iran, not Iran. Please, once and for all, let's get this clear. Second of all, are you okay to be representing a country
I can't
that
even
has
hear this
so
shit.
much discrimination?
No volume. Okay, so he's talking about oppression. BBC journalist beaten. Yeah. All of this shit going on in other countries. And you have Republicans like Kyle Rittenhouse comparing themselves to Jesus when it comes to their suffering. My freedoms. No robber is murdering me in the UK. Death by home invasion is so rare. I would say it might not even happen at all. Helps when not everybody has access to literal machines of destruction. Edit. I triggered Americans who are totally okay with their school children being murdered on the daily because my freedoms. Yeah, imagine bragging about living in a place where you do jail time for carrying scissors in public. American third graders have more freedom than you ever will. 2 months in jail for being critical of a judge online. No threats whatsoever, just criticism. 6-year-old arrested for picking a flower. arrested for making finger guns. Actually, this kid should be held accountable, but this is exactly the thing a lot of people say can't happen in America, that you can't get in trouble for just words, or feeding homeless people, putting up posters saying you don't like someone, being rude to a statue of Jesus, jails people for not cutting their grass. South Carolina woman goes to jail for not mowing her lawn. Woman goes to jail for not mowing lawn in Tennessee. Texas man jailed for not mowing his yard. This man in Florida was fined $30,000 and the city foreclosed on his home for not cutting his grass in Florida. Just so much freedom. Don't forget jaywalking, where you can go to jail for crossing the street. Murdered by lynx. That was so comprehensive. I bet the guy he was replying to upvoted him. Well, you're absolutely right. And we see it every day in this country. An attempt to defend Elon. The original participants were full of ideas, some viable, some not. It was Musk who melded all these ideas into a production automobile. Edison did the same, as did Carnegie. I suggest you do a bit of reading on the history of industrialism in this country. Scolding people of learning history while referencing Edison in an argument about Musk taking credit for Tesla's invention is an irony so bright and pure it could only have been created in the heat and pressure of a dying star. Oh, this is a great one. I'm fine with Trump not tweeting. The important thing is that Twitter correct a grave mistake in banning his account despite no violation of the law in terms of service. Deplatforming a sitting president undermined public trust in Twitter for half of America. If you thought it was a grave mistake, why did you bother with a poll? Oh my God. Wait, if I tweet, does that count as work? Nothing you've ever done is counted as work. Interesting. I think I read that one the last time. Why is this in white people Twitter and not facepalm? That really sucks. Triggered to laugh, maybe. Red, white, and blue Christmas trees for sale. No. Howard Stern slams Oprah for showing off her wealth. It's fucking wild because there are people struggling out there. Well, didn't she buy an island like 15 years ago? Nobody supports Donald Trump because he's a skilled communicator, a charismatic leader, creative problem solver, some brilliant intellect, or some selfless humanitarian. They support him because he justifies their hate. Exactly. Mark Wahlberg revealed in an interview that Ang Lee offered him one of the lead roles for Brokeback Mountain, but he turned it down because he was a little creeped out. It was very graphic, descriptive, like spitting on your hand while you're getting ready to do the thing. Thank you, homophobia. Holy shit, look at those glasses. At that point, no. You need to get LASIK surgery. You need to get LASIK, and insurance actually pays for that now, I think. Insurance should cover somebody like this. Holy shit. It's like somebody cut off the bottom third of a can and stuck it through the frame. Ew. Suicide pods? Well, Futurama had suicide booths. It would be an interesting way to go, a painless way to go. Dog forms a circle when he sleeps. Aw, I love when animals turn into little round puff balls. Yeah, we've all seen those big red balls outside of Target. It looks like something archaeologists are going to find in like 6,000 years and think that people prayed to them or some shit. Jeff Bezos is donating $123 million through dozens of grants to help end homelessness. Isn't he worth like $100 and some billion dollars? Racist Karen tells Asian woman to go eat her dog with some rice.
That's what I said.
What did you say?
It's not against the law, bitch. You heard what I said. Go eat your dog with some rice, bitch.
Apparently this Asian woman is like a TikToker or something. I don't know.
She said, go eat your dog with some rice.
That's what I said.
Hold on.
She said, go eat your dog with some rice.
That's what I said. Go eat your dog with some rice, bitch. That's what I said. It's not against the law, ho. Fuck you. bitch. Record our funky smash face ass.
What
Go
did I
back to your
say?
country.
You said go eat your dog with some fucking rice?
Yeah.
Yeah, post that.
Yeah, post that. Fuck you, bitch. Make sure you get me good, ho.
Oh, I did.
Talk about
You don't look good, but I
Go back
did.
to your country, bitch. Go do some.
And your kid, your
Oy.
Do you see anything right now?
Okay.
Some of y'all, what I just had to tell mom.
I don't care about the rules for Thanksgiving leftovers. I've been bawling my eyes out all morning. Really shook me. I don't know how I'll even get through the day. The beard tingles tonight. Trump is scared of an unbiased special counsel. Had the sucker punch and still lost. Maybe this one will have a mirror. Fucking Reddit. This site is bullshit.
Swoga.
A cargo cult. Jeebus wept. New Republican Testament. Give me some names for my pup. I can't think of one. How about Little Wee Wee? Every time somebody puts a picture of a cute pup and says, give me a name, I say Little Wee Wee. Yeah, right here, I think are the first twins born from embryos that were frozen 30 years ago. So these babies were supposed to have been born in 92. Yeah, they should have been born in 92, but the embryos were frozen. And I don't know if it's through artificial insemination or test tube babies or whatever, but okay. FBI is seeking to identify this person involved in the riots on January 6th. If this person looks familiar to you, blah, 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 please retweet. You know, if they're so proud of what they did, they would own it. Whether the government thinks it's right or not, whether the public thinks it's right or not, you really believe in this shit, you're willing to attack your capital for whatever it is you believe in, then you would fucking own it. You'd come forward and you'd say, that's damn right. You're damn right that's me. That is definitely a photo of me, and I have no problem with what I did. They don't do it. Why do you think that is? You know, the same reason that all the ones that are getting caught and were facing prison sentences cried like fucking babies. You know, like I was talking about that one time about villains in virtually every story imaginable. You know, villains have this thing about them where they have zero tolerance for common decency, respect, or humanity towards others. And that's usually what leads to their downfall. When their guys start fucking up, they'll take them out without a second thought. It doesn't matter how loyal they were. It doesn't matter how hard they work. It doesn't matter how close they were with these people. You see it in all kinds of movies and stories and video games and whatnot. They just kill their own guys. They leave these people to die in a tough situation, because ultimately that's all it's about, is themselves, their own power, their own fortunes, everything for themselves and nothing for anyone else. And that even extends to the people that they would consider closest to them, or people that are sycophantic crazy about them. They don't even care about their fans. It's like they don't have the ability to feel normal human emotions. That's why they're psychotics. That's why they're sociopaths. And that's why nobody can find this guy. He doesn't want to be found. He's fucking hiding. He knows he's wanted. He knows he was involved. All of a sudden, the cause doesn't mean anything to him if it means he might face consequences. That's all that matters. So, you know, I have no sympathy for these people, and I'm not going to just have an open mind and try to see things from their position. You know, I can do that to an extent. But, you know, there are some things that, you know, you just don't tolerate. If they really cared for their cause, if they really cared about their politics, then they'd own it. They'd come out loud and proud and say, hell yeah, I was there. Oh, you're looking for me? Yeah, that's me. You wouldn't have any fear. You know, after all, Trump was supposed to pay your legal fees, wasn't he? You know, people will have GoFundMes to pay for your legal fees because, you know, you're a real patriot. And your side is the type that takes care of each other, right? No, and they know the answer is no. I don't know. Yeah, that's why we have to go out on an all-out manhunt for people like this that we're still looking for. Now they're going to pussy out. They're not going to come forward. They don't. He's probably hiding in his house with the shades drawn right now. He's been doing that. He's been doing that for 2 years now. Afraid that he's going to face the consequences of his actions. But whatever. Anyway, maybe I'll see you later. You know, gaming and all that. I still have Clock Tower to finish. And I'm having a bit too much fun with this Inner Sphere mech pack on Mech 4 Mercenaries right now. I should have been on here days ago to do a playthrough of it just for shits and giggles. But maybe I'll do it later. I don't know. See you guys.